How you guys doing tonight? The hell how you doing tonight? There you go, that's better. Well, as you guys heard, my name is Freeway. That guy was not telling a lie. Yeah, I had a weird night. I already had a weird time getting here tonight. I was at the hotel, and I guess there was, the police were there looking for some dude in the hallways in the hotel. Supposedly this guy had been getting into rooms and watching people sleep. They identified him as 250 pounds, and I guess he did leave the hotel in a crappy old car. And I found that kind of scary. Isn't that kind of scary? That stuff happens in Medford too all the time. I thought it was scary, and I also thought it was weird because, first of all, I'm not 250 pounds, and my Kia Soul is not a piece of crap. You really want to screw with a hotel, by the way? Try this sometime. When you're checking in, just casually say to them, what is the capacity of your toilet? And then when they look at you and say, what? Go, and how much does a shower curtain cost? They love it. So as you guys heard, the gentleman said, my name is Freeway, and that is my honest to God, born with name. Yeah, that is the name I was given. I would ask Dad all the time. I'd be like, why'd you name me Freeway? And Dad would respond every time the same way. Who are you? You one of mine? Yeah, he was a pip, Dad. Yeah, Freeway is my name, which technically translates into my parents did a lot of drugs. What it is where you were conceived and where you came out into the world told them something to do with what you wanted to be called and what your identity was in the world. Hippie shit. So apparently things were going really well for my parents that night, and I came this close to being named Kilo. Yeah. Then the night digressed a little bit, and I was almost named 8-Ball. And then it went down to Graham. And sometime during the high-speed chase, Dad was like, let's just go with Freeway. Here I am. You know, I was in radio for years. I like my name. It's always worked out well for me. My little sister hates her name. She can't stand her name. And I actually think Amphetamine is a beautiful name. The one that has it the worst, if you ask me, is my little brother. That poor kid, oh man, he has it really bad because, I mean, little pull out just doesn't understand that he's got a rough life ahead. And we just call him Pull for short. Little Pull. Named my son, I'm a 56-year-old father. Yeah, don't clap for that. You don't really have to, I hate it. Can't stand kids, little bastards. We'll get into all that. 56-year-old father. I'm a stoner. Yeah, and I mean like for example, when I say I'm a stoner, I've been stoned today alone, just today, I've been stoned since 1988. Yeah, it's a great way to raise a kid. It makes things harder though, because you know, as you get older and you're a stoner, you know, they always like, you always hear people say, oh, you walk into a room and you forget what you're doing, right? Everyone's heard that, right? Oh, I walked in, I forgot what I was doing in this, right? Everybody. Except when you're a stoner and you start getting older, should I be walking into the bathroom and forgetting what I'm doing in there? Should I be sitting on the toilet and forgetting what I'm doing in there? What was I up to? Getting older. And it's funny, as I get older, things are changing in the sense that, like for example, my sex life and eating and food have become the same thing. Yeah, there's no sex life anymore. eat. Ladies, I can tell you right now, I eat a peach like it's my girlfriend and I just got out of jail. Yeah, you laugh. I eat a Twinkie like I'm still in jail. Yeah, tapping myself in the back of the head when I'm almost done. Don't judge. Don't judge. It's the truth, though. I found out that I am actually my best sexually when I'm trying to get the pudding out of the bottom of the cup. Because I'm just like... It works. Like nowadays, you know how kids like, you know how like younger people, they all get into the, you know, polyamory and the orgies and the, you know, the mixed couple, you know what I'm talking about, right? All the different people getting together. Nowadays, my version of an orgy, you ready for this one? You ready? You guys walked in perfect timing. Dude, this is our AA meeting. This isn't really a comedy show, so just as you know, I'm just...
So be careful what your answer is. You might act like...
No, right. You missed the whole front end of that one. But seriously, a orgy for me, here you go. This is simple. Get naked. Now put a tarp on your living room floor. Yeah, ooh. Now all you need is a pile of barbecue. That's it. And you notice I didn't say a platter or a plate. I said a pile. A lot of shame and grease and oily stuff everywhere. It's awesome. And I know some of you are judging me right now, and some of you are on the way home. We're going to be going, hey man, where's the good tarp? We got to stop for barbecue sauce. From New Orleans, born and raised in Louisiana, like the man said. So I'm really I like weird meats. Unusual stuff, you know? Possum. Anyone tried that? No? Raccoon? No? You guys ever heard of nutria? Anyone ever heard of those? You heard of them?
No.
Tried those? They're tasty. No? Alligator? Yeah? Becky? Yeah. You tried that one, huh? Okay. This is great. You guys Richland is an interesting little town. Just so you guys know, I came here from Medford, Oregon. And this Medford is pretty much the Richland of Oregon. Yeah. These towns are exactly the same. I don't know if you're exactly like ours, but like in Medford, we have literally, you guys, I don't know, has anyone ever been there? Yeah? You've been to Medford? Horrible, isn't it? Yeah. It is there's some good things about Medford. If you're there and you get a chance, we really have some of the nicest meth tasting rooms in the whole Rogue Valley. If meth tasting isn't your thing, we have some of the best fentanyl microbrews you've ever been to. Yeah, seriously. If you get a chance, go to in Brew. They're pretty good. I live in the bad part of town. I live in the old historic crack district. You guys remember when crack used to be just a simple drug we had? Yeah. Good old Medford. Good old Oregon. Don't go there. Trust me, you're not missing a damn thing. I moved there from New Orleans, born and raised in New Orleans, like I said, moved there. And the first time I heard, in Medford, the first time I heard, last call, I thought somebody was dead. I didn't know what that meant. Well, last call. In New Orleans, we don't have last call. What we do is at around 3, 4 in the morning, we close the bar, tell you to get the hell out, we hose it down, and then we reopen it. It's the truth, though. You ever been to New Orleans? It's a disgusting town. It's terrible. And a lot of us from New Orleans, we can be really disgusting people. I own a T-shirt that I don't think I've ever washed since I moved from New Orleans. I kid you not. It's so bad that I have to have a food handler's card to wear it. And honestly, if you sucked on it, you'd get nutrients. You guys all know what the algorithms are? Anyone here on the dating apps? No? No one on the dating apps? I tried those dating apps. I don't think they work very well. Mine didn't work good at all. Like my dating app, I had the settings all right, and it didn't. First of all, on Tinder, I got two people. I got a 97-year-old woman who was just like, yeah, no, I can do better. Yeah, right? And then the second person I got was myself. And what's funny about that and kind of sad is that I would consider it. Hey, how you doing? You look kind of slutty. Like you'd do anything I asked. And then I always would go, nah, never mind. You also look like trouble. I don't get into it. I did one dating app. Young lady, I met her. She said, "Come on over, grab some stuff, head on over." And I headed over there. I got there, and she was in the shower, and I'm like, "Yeah, right on." So I came in, and I got comfortable on the couch, and she got out of the shower, and she got all pissed off. She was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Get out." And I was like, "Okay." So I left the DoorDash and took off. I thought that was part of the job. Yeah, don't do the dating apps. They're no fun. None at all. You know how everybody identifies as something nowadays? All the young people identify as something. I identify as lazy. Yeah. I am part of the "do I have to" movement. Well, it's not really a movement. We've tried to have rallies, but none of us show up. And like, I can be honest with you here. Look, let's demonstrate here for you. If this was a lever that would save all of your lives right now, yeah, that's too far. You're dead. I'm sorry. Nope. Yeah. I identify as, I have emotional support sweatpants. Yeah, a service bomb. They both support me. Ladies, you can pet the sweatpants. Anybody here have kids? Who has kids? Who has kids? You have kids? You like them? No, look, okay. They're not here. You can say whatever you want about the little bastards. They're adults now? Okay, they're not going to send you to the cornfield. Say whatever you want. Do you like your kids? Do you? Okay, let me test you. When your kids were younger and from another room they would scream, "Ah!" Did you come running? Were you super mom? Were you there? Oh my God, you okay? Yes? Okay, but when they were hurt, were you there? Did you run into you did? You were there? You were, well, are you okay? Okay. When you were running in the room, were you anything like me? Were you thinking to yourself, there better be blood everywhere when I get in there? It better look like the elevator in The Shining when I walk through that door. No? Not at all? Nothing? Okay. You ever teach your kids to play Dodge Car? What? It's a fun game. You just gotta have a quick kid in traffic. Never did that at all. So you like your kids. You can be honest. Okay. I hate kids. Can't stand. Yeah, right? I don't know. Other people's kids are the worst. Just, oh, jeez. Never liked kids. I can't stand them. So I'm a father. I have an 18-year-old son. Named him Rhythm. Now that's his honest to God name. And he'll ask me, just like my dad, "Why'd you name me Rhythm?" I'm a little bit more honest. I say to him, because it was funny. I go to sign him up for school. I did this every year. I go to sign him up for school, and I sign him up. His name is Rhythm, last name Method. The kid would come home from school, you dick, all day long. Rhythm, Method. I told him, well, I named you the same way I got named. How you were born and conceived. That Rhythm Method shit don't work. I love my son. I tell him all the time that his real parents would really think he's great. And he is. Okay, you guys ready for this? I'm sure you're saying to yourself, this guy's got to have a kid with some kind of special needs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Grant, see? Okay, my son is, first of all, let's start this off. He's 18 years old. He is 6'7", 170 pounds. So I have spent my life saying things like, go clean your room or I will climb up there and beat the crap out of you. Okay, here's the hard part. My son, I'm going to use the word diagnosed because to me it makes me feel better. My son is a special child. You ready for this? My son has a 160 IQ. Now, do you know who else had a 160 IQ? And I swear to God, if you say the same thing as Medford, I know who did, Hitler. No. Do you know who else had a 160 IQ? Einstein. Very good. My son does not use his IQ the same as Einstein. First of all, he uses it to screw with me all the. I'm laying in my room one night. He's a little younger. I'm laying on my bed, and he comes in, and he lays down next to me, and he puts his head on my chest. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. My son's bonding with me. That's wonderful. And I said, son, what are you doing? He said, I'm listening to your heart, Dad. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And I said, son, what's my heart saying to you? And he looked me up in the eyes and he said, save me. Yeah, he's a great kid. You want to buy him?
Yeah.
I swear to God, if I could sell him, he'd be Prince Abdul's personal assistant already. Let me give you guys some examples of what this kid does to me. You guys all know the show Breaking Bad? You guys all familiar with Breaking Bad, or were you born under a rock? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, my son got really into that show. He thought it was the most wonderful show he'd ever seen in his life. So he started watching it. One night I go off to a show. I come home and my kitchen has been destroyed. It is pots and pans boiling on the stove. There's beakers everywhere. And my son is standing at the end of our counter wearing a full hazmat suit, and he's breaking up blue glass on the counter. And I come in the door and I say, oh, no. This can't be real. This can't be happening. He didn't do what I think he did. This is insane. They made a lot of money on that show. No, you can't do this. This is crazy. And I say, son, what is going on here? And here is my son. I made the meth from Breaking Bad. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you insane? And my son said, oh. First of all, I said, where did you get a hazmat suit? You know, I can get anything on the internet. You need a wife? And I said, well, are you nuts? You can't make the meth from Breaking Bad. He goes, Dad, calm down. Jesus, relax. The meth from Breaking Bad is rock candy. I was going to take this to school and make a bundle on the diabetics. I brought him, you guys, you ever owe your kids money? You ever owe your kids money? No? Never? Don't. First of all, I come from a Sicilian family, and my son is also Sicilian. We don't talk about his mother, but just in case anyone's ever wondering, and if you're going to bet the devil, learn how to play the banjo. or solve a riddle, or you become a dad. Anyway, what was I saying? You don't remember, do you? Anyway.
Talking about his mom.
Yeah, I try not to talk about him. Anyway, my son, I owed him some money, and here's what happened. We go to the store, and I'm going to buy a little joke book, because all of us comedians have our little books we write our little jokes in. Tonight, if you happen to see a comedian looking at you and writing a little book, we're telling a joke about you. So I'm in the store, I'm looking at the books, and the son is standing next to me, and as I'm looking at the books, I hear him say, "So you're gonna buy yourself a book to put those little dad jokes in?" And I thought, oh crap, he's gonna make fun of me, this is gonna go bad. I'm just gonna grab a book and get out of here as quick as I can. So I grab the book, and I grab the kid, we run up to the counter, and I set the book down, and the first thing the kid says is, "The big guy will take the pink Care Bears book." I didn't pay any attention to what book I grabbed. So the lady rings it up. I'm paying with cash. It's a $3 book. It's just a little bitty notebook. I have $2. So I say, "Son, can I borrow $1?" My son pulls out a wad of money this big. Yeah. And I say, "Where the hell did you get all that money?" And my son says to me and Grandma got something going on. They didn't. You guys ready for this shit? You ready to? Ooh. He took out 2 cell phones in my name at school and was selling time on the internet to other kids and making bank. Yeah, he got caught, and when I said, "Do you know what you did was wrong, right? You understand that that was a wrong thing." You want to know what his reply was? "Yeah, somebody tried to print something and that cost more." Oh, no, that's not what I meant, son. So we're in the store, and I say, "Son, can I borrow $1?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he hands me the buck. And we pay for it. We're walking out of the store, and I said, "Son, thank you for lending Dad that $1. I really super appreciate it. That was nice of you." And he says, "Dad, I'm there for you. You've always been there for me, and whenever I can, I'll be there for you. I was glad to help out. When we get home, just give me back that $2. Wait a minute, son, it was $1. And he says, "Yeah, I understand, and I am always there for you, like I said, and when we get home, I'll be needing all $3 back." Son, it was $1. "Yes, Dad, I know. When we get home, I'm going to have $5 back." I owe the kid, I think it's somewhere in the thousands right now. Cut to about 3 weeks later. I got a new job, because comedy doesn't pay well, believe it or not. Tonight when I leave here, I get to suck on half of it. Seriously, they give me like a piece of celery. They're like, "Suck on this. That's what you get for the night." It's terrible. But anyway, so comedy doesn't pay that well. So I decided to have a bonfire. I had just gotten a new job. I sent my son into the house. I'm like, "Hey kid, go in the house, grab Dad's favorite poker." So he runs off to go do that. I hear something hissing in the fire. And like any stoner, I think I should look at that. I lean over, and I don't remember what happened. I just remember a flash, and I got set on fire. Something in the fire exploded. Now, when I say I got set on fire, I mean like you see in the movies. I mean like, oh shit. Okay? Now, side note, 3 things go through your mind, or at least 3 things went through my mind when I was set on fire. 1, this sucks. 2, God, my son is about to see me die. I'm about to burn to death because I was in flames. This is horrible. I don't know what to do. And then the third thought was, something smells delicious.
Oh my God.
What the hell is that? So I had goats at the time, Medford, and I had a trough. As the flames are getting higher, I roll over, I pour the trough onto myself, and I put out the fire.
Nice.
And as I'm laying there, I'm thinking, it's out. I'm gonna live. And then it starts to get warm again. And I think, uh-oh, it's getting warm, and the fire must have started back up. I pry my eyes open, and it's a completely different kind of warm. My son is standing over me, and here's what he's doing. And I say, son, what are you doing? And he says, you were smoldering. Then he leaned into my face and said, you got my money? Yeah. Yeah, and that's my fun son for you. I only got a few more minutes left. I'm going to tell you guys one last real funny story about this kid. Do you guys all know what a CPAP machine is?
Yeah.
Okay, some of you do, some of you don't. It's easy. For those of you who don't know what a CPAP machine is, this is simple. A CPAP machine is what I like to refer to as a self-touching oven. Yeah, I learned that the hard way on burrito night. For those of you who don't know what a CPAP machine does, is it's a little machine that sits next to your bed and it takes the air from the room and it circulates it to the little machine and it takes it up a long hose that goes to a mask on your face. So that people like me, whose body has said, when you go to sleep tonight, I'm gonna kill us. Incidentally, a CPAP machine is never the time to ask anybody anything because it sounds perverted. Watch. Did you let the cat out? See? So the CPAP machine takes it and it pulls it and it puts it up into your face, and you have to wear it at night when you're sleeping in order to breathe and live through the night. One night I am sound asleep and I am dead to the world. Like, I'm out. You guys have all been there. You're out cold, but then something in your mind says you're not in the room alone. Something is in the room with you. You know what I'm talking about? You're asleep, but something in your mind's like, wake up. You know, and usually when you do, it's something simple. It's your dog or your cat, your dead grandmother's ghost, whatever. But I'm asleep, and that voice in my head says, something's in the room with you, wake up. And I wake up, and there's my son standing next to my bed. Now, not necessarily that unusual, because he's an unusual kid, but this time my son has his pants around his ankles, and he has the devil's onion ring pressed against my CPAP machine. Yeah. And I say, son, what the hell are you doing? Oh, just watching you sleep. You have the devil's tube sock pressed against my CPAP. Any plans? Oh, you know, just checking you out, making sure you're okay. Son, I'll kill you. I swear to God, I'll strangle you to death with my CPAP cord. I swear I'll kill you. My son got in my face, looked me in the eyes, as deep as he could, and he said, you got my money? Yeah. I passed out. I don't remember what happened after that, but I do remember it snuck. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have all been wonderful. Whatever you do, don't come to Medford. Thank you.